Could you flip the script and become an edu hip-hop icon? Bringing Flocabulary fresh from the West Coast next.
Dude, you got the hip-hop skills going there. Woo!
I'm trying to live it, Tim. I'm trying to live it.
He's living the dream. Okay, so that's right. On today's show, we have Ike Ramos from Flocabulary with us today. He's the West Coast Schools representative for the company. He's a content creator. He actually performs on some of their songs and writes lyrics for them. And before joining Flocabulary, Ike was a teacher and principal for 10 years. So thanks for coming on the show with us today, Ike.
I think he's frozen, Tim.
Lost him again. Okay.
Thank you, Google Hangouts. Hi, everybody. Scott Bedley here. Let me talk to you about the Common Core.
Looks like we got it. He's gone now out of that one.
Tim, edit there. This is live, folks. Thanks for watching.
Yeah,
but hey, listen to this, you guys. Once we get Ike back in here, which is really quickly, hopefully here, if you're watching, you can tweet this out. Christina, Craig, whoever's watching, Nicole, Howard was watching earlier. We're going to give a code to get a free 75-day trial for Flocabulary, which is 15 more days than they're offering right now, and then someone's going to win a year-long subscription. So hang out, and we'll see if we can get him back in here. That's saving you money.
75 days. That's going to take us almost to the end of the school year, right? Or is that wishful thinking?
No, I think that's close. Maybe 5 days short, but all right. Do you want to try to invite him again? Do you want to close this out and start another?
I never invited him
right.
directly. It was through the email, so
he'd have the link.
He's got the link still, so all he'd have to do is click on it to get back in. I don't know if he's just having internet trouble or computer issues or something. So,
Tim, how do you use Flocabulary in your classroom?
I use Flocabulary in my classroom because I use the 5th grade level Flocabulary, and I subscribe, and we go through I have a language unit that I do with my students where I teach them parts of speech, morphemes, writing rules, different language skills that are for 5th grade. And part of that is that I use Flocabulary's basically curriculum for vocabulary. So it's the green, the green level it's the purple level. The green level is for 6th grade. So right now we are doing, trying to remember the song. I have not played it this week. We're on song like number 5 on the purple level. How about you, Scott?
Well, we were just getting crazy to the Declaration of Independence and the Bill of Rights. We're getting into that part.
This is the Bill of Rights?
This is the Bill of Rights. This is the Bill of Rights.
Rights?
Yeah, we're just getting right into that right now and using it to teach some of those things and just reinforce some of those.
So what are some of your favorite Flocab songs, dude?
I mean, 5 Things is probably like ultimately the best. You know which one I really love is like, I don't know the name of it. I should know the name of it, but it's like the social.
I think he's back.
Awesome.
Okay, so I'm gonna introduce you again, and then I'll edit all that other stuff out, and we'll go from there. Okay?
Okay, sounds good.
So we got 2 Scots now in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Kick out the one. Yeah, kick out
the frozen one. Okay.
Yeah, I had to add on using another email. For some reason, it wouldn't let me join the Hangout.
I think it's a Google Hangout, if you ask me, because the way Scott's did that,
Right.
you don't see that very often. So I mean, for it to happen to you and to happen to him, I think it's more of a Google thing.
Hey,
All right,
do you want to reset the whole show? Just start back from the beginning.
No, we're good. We're good. Okay. Unless you want to. Okay.
It doesn't matter if it's for your editing, whatever.
Oh no. I just scan through and find the editing spot.
Okay.
Great. That's right, Scott. On today's show, we have Ike Ramos from Flocabulary. He's the West Coast Schools representative for the company. He's also a content creator. He performs some of their songs and writes lyrics for Flocabulary. And before joining them, he was a teacher and principal for 10 years. Thanks for coming on the show with us today, Ike.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
And I bet with a name like Ike, it's really easy to make some rhymes, right?
Oh yeah, that's why actually it's not my birth name. I chose that for simplicity of putting it into rhymes. So.
That's cool. That's awesome. All right, so why don't you get us started and tell us what's happening these days with Flocabulary?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on the show. I really appreciate it, and a fan of the show, and always looking forward to talking with fellow educators. So thank you. In terms of Flocabulary, definitely a lot of new things, both that have come out in this past year, as well as some exciting things coming down the pipeline. So for those who don't, just to reiterate what Flocabulary is, it's a web-based learning program, K through 12 content. One of the misconceptions is that it's for ELA only, but actually spans the curriculum, so math, ELA, science, social studies, vocabulary, current events. We also added some new content. Speaking of, in terms of new things, we have units on financial literacy, on life skills such as social emotional learning. So we have videos on bullying, active listening, empathy, as well as we've also started building out a technology and engineering section of videos as well. So in terms of content, just tons of new content, more than 700 videos now. And with regards to other new things, we have also been working on a platform that's actually in beta right now, but will be available by the launch of Back to School. And that's something that we're really excited about, because those who know Flocabulary know us for being engaging and supporting core instruction across the curriculum, but we really wanted to take what we do and equip teachers and students to do that on their own behalf. So we're launching a RAP with a W, Writing Rhymes with Academic Purpose. We're launching a platform where students will be able to go use our internal rhyme generator, keywords from certain lessons, and compose their own rhymes using beats that we also have available on the website. So that's something we're super excited about. We also have a winter trial that we're currently in right now. So any schools or districts that sign up for a trial between now and February 29th will benefit from an extended trial. So instead of the typical 30-day trial, these schools and districts will be able to benefit from 60 days of unlimited access to Flocabulary. Honestly, it makes for a great test prep tool as well. We're going into test prep season or testing season, and so we definitely urge schools and districts to take advantage of those trials. The last thing that's new that I really want to...
Well, let me say too, before you go on, that if our listeners stay tuned, we're going to be giving them a special code, a special website that they can go to, and actually extend that trial period out to 75 days.
Absolutely.
So later on in the show, we'll tell them how to get that deal. But absolutely. I'm sorry, what else is new there?
Something super excited and dear to my heart is the Lyric Legend Contest, and that's at flocabulary.com/lyric-legend-contest, and I will make sure you get that link so you can post it on the video. But we're actually having this Lyric Legend Contest for students with some awesome prizes. So each winning class, we'll have one for K through 4, and we'll have one for grades 5 through 12. Will get their lyrics actually in a Flocab video. And they'll also receive audio-visual treasure trove of equipment to create their own music and videos in the classroom. So a microphone, a mic stand, headphones, even an iPad to record video. So
wow.
Those are new content. Winter trial and the Lyric Legend Contest are three things that are in the pipeline right now that we're super excited about.
Hey, Ike. Besides your own songs, What's some of your favorites? I love oversharing. I think that's awesome. Talking about digital citizenship.
Absolutely.
And like right now, my kids are listening to the Bill of Rights. It's the Bill of Rights. Yeah, it's the Bill of Rights.
Yeah. Awesome. No, that's great to hear. Probably one of my favorites right now, and I didn't write it, is text features. So I know from just from being a third grade, I taught high school, but I also taught third grade, and that was something that we really focused on in that grade level, and getting students familiar with fiction and nonfiction text. And I have to say, our team, our curriculum team, and our rappers and producers did a phenomenal job on the text features. Not only the song, but the video is incredible as well. So I definitely urge everybody to take a look at that. That's currently my favorite video.
How does that come together, Ike? Do you guys meet online and then you go discuss these things, and then somebody brings some beats, somebody brings some like lyrics? Like, how does that kind of come together behind this? Like, pull back the curtain just a little bit for us.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a rigorous process. I learned, because I was a rapper prior to being an educator, and then I joining Flocabulary. I've come full circle and married both. But so I thought I was going to just write my raps and go about my business. But I soon found out we have a very deep curriculum team that does all the research and standard alignment, identifies key terms, comes up with the objectives for each song, so students will be able to fill in the blank. And so they, what they do is they share a document with me that has that information in it. So I always tell them that their lesson plans are so good that they're throwing me alley-oops. They make it very easy to write the songs. And then usually I get a few beat options, and Tyranny, who's the manager for our content, will give me some beat options. I'll let her know which one that I prefer, and I'll write the song. Usually I like to set a time limit, block out all distractions, and just get in the studio and try to get it done within that allotted time. And that's usually the first draft. I try to make it to where it'll require as few edits as possible, but for the educators out there, one of the great things that you could rest assured about is that when we write a song, when the lyricist writes a song, there's a cycle of edits that occur, and constant feedback from multiple people, both the creative director, the manager of the content, the curriculum specialist. And so we go back and forth, and we make the edits, and we finalize the song. So it's definitely academically rigorous for me as the writer to complete it, and hopefully that shows in the quality of the content that's communicated through each song.
So Ike, now you're a rapper. Can you like freestyle at all or anything? Like, because I play the drums, and so I could actually give you a beat right now, and we could get something going.
I got some freestyle skills.
You do? Okay. Okay. Can you rap about maybe the Bedley brothers a little bit or something? Tim and Scott, and give us like, if I gave you a beat, would you be able to just kind of go for it?
We'll give it a shot, man.
Okay. Okay.
I always tell our teachers during PD, you can't ask your students to do something you're not willing to try. So I'll give it a shot.
I'm ready. Here we go. Ready? Boom.
Yeah. Ike, Bedley brothers. Here we go. Hanging out with the brothers Bedley. Y'all ain't ready. As sharp as a machete. Hanging out with Tim and Scott. We gonna drop a freestyle, do it non-stop. It's unrehearsed. It's not a written verse. I'ma do it like this till I'm in a hearse. Love hip-hop and love education. That's why I drop rhymes with no hesitation, no preparation. I didn't even plan this. I just do it because I'm the man. It's natural, actual facts on the website. Check it out. Keep every song so tight. Him doing the drums. I'm going to keep dropping rhymes. Do it all the time.
You could go all day like that, couldn't you?
Yeah, man.
That's so cool.
Got to keep the sword sharp. Appreciate that. Got to keep the sword sharp.
So what songs did you perform on and write?
Well, One of the most recent ones is actually one of the more popular ones is bullying. Wrote the bullying song. Also a new science video, Earth layers and plate tectonics. I think those are two of the most recent. The last one I did was also computer programming. So as I mentioned, we just launched the technology and engineering section of videos, and so we have some coding videos, and we also have a computer programming video that's one of the songs I wrote as well.
And what song could we hear your voice on that the kids might recognize, and some of our teachers that use your stuff?
All of those. Bullying, I wrote and performed those. I also wrote Ruby Bridges, which we debuted this month for Black History Month, but actually one of our co-CEOs performed it, and so I wrote a lot of the lyrics, and he co-wrote some as well, but he performed it. But in terms of actually hearing my voice, bullying, computer programming, Earth, plate tectonics, how to pay for college, credit score. So there's quite a few. Yeah, there's quite a few now. They've been keeping me busy. So.
Hey, I want to know when you guys all get together. Is there some kind of? Do you guys have some kind of like rap battles going on behind the scenes at the offices when you get together as a team or anything like that?
Not too much. We did something special. You know, each team presented their end-of-year report this past December. And so the sales team, which I'm a part of the sales and marketing team, ours, you know, given that I was on the team, ours was put into a nice rap. We tried to upstage the other departments.
Very cool.
But yeah, no rap battles yet. But I'll definitely propose that. I know we just hired somebody else in the sales department that I believe has some rap skills as well. So we might have to fight for the crown.
I'd like to see that on the floor out at ISTE this summer in Colorado. You guys having a little hip hop battle.
Absolutely. I want to see the teachers battle for a site license.
Yeah.
Hey, a couple of kind of personal questions for you. Like, what music has influenced you from the past? And I'm also curious if you could tell us. My question would be, what CDs are in your CD player right now? But you probably don't have CDs, so you know what are you listening to these days?
There's a very talented. I listen to mostly hip hop, but also I love jazz, soul, R&B. So I have a little bit of everything in the CD deck right now. Hip hop wise, there's an artist named Odyssey, who's very talented. I believe he's out of Washington D.C. area. Just very thought-provoking rhymes, awesome beats and instrumentation, very soulful, melodic, and just has a lot of good things to say. That's one of the things that is missing from hip-hop today is just, you know, a powerful message and good content, positive content. So it's another reason that I always tell, you know, parents and teachers and principals about Flocabulary is that kids are going to listen to whatever's out. They're going to listen to hip-hop. And whatever's out there and being fed to them is what they're going to gravitate towards. So we really have a huge opportunity to give them something different. They're gonna find ways to listen to what they want, but you know, through Flocabulary and other options, at least we can present them some alternatives that actually benefit them in the long run.
Totally, yeah. And so who are your influences growing up musically?
A Tribe Called Quest, a lot of the New York artists, even though I was born and raised in Texas. A Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, The Roots, which now have transcended into stardom. Now they're on the Jimmy Fallon show.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, Biggie Smalls, some of the more you know, traditional artists that came out in the 90s that, you know, we refer to as the golden era of hip hop, where lyricism was really, you know, at an all-time high.
Very cool. All right, well, I think it's about time that we're going to switch gears with you right now, if you don't mind, and play a little game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so Ike, you are a former principal and former teacher who is in the hip-hop game now. So today we'll be asking you some questions about some popular hip-hop artists. We're calling our little game show today Hip-Hop Replacement Surgery.
That's awesome. I love it.
So Scott, why don't you tell our audience about who our guest hip-hop artist, Ike, here will be playing for today.
Ike, you'll be competing for Hong Fama, South Los Angeles. Teacher, teaches 4th grade. If you're able to answer 2 out of the 3 questions correctly, Hong will be awarded. Well, Ike, tell him what he's going to win.
Okay, so Mr. Pham will win a year-long teacher subscription for unlimited Flocabulary access to use.
Woo! And how much is that worth? That's worth like $100, isn't it?
Absolutely, I want $108.
Wow, and trust me, it's worth every penny of it if you have to pay for it.
Absolutely.
No better deal for education. So.
Absolutely.
All right, Ike, you will. All right, so we're gonna ask you your 3 questions here. And the first one is, which current hip-hop artist received a Harvard fellowship to oversee the rap archive at the Ivy League school? Boy, that's pretty prestigious. So, overseeing the rap archive at the Ivy League School of Harvard. Is it A?
O'Shea Jackson, better known as Ice Cube.
Or is it B?
Nasir Jones, better known as Nas.
Or is it C?
James Todd Smith, better known as LL Cool J.
LL Cool J. So your 3 choices of who's overseeing the rap archive at Harvard. Is it O'Shea Jackson, Ice Cube, Nasir Jones, Nas, or James Todd Smith, LL Cool J?
I'm gonna go. I try to keep up with hip hop ed. I'm not gonna call any lifelines. I'm gonna go out there on my own. I'm gonna go with Nas.
You're going with Nas. Hey, you're good. Woo! Okay, so you got the first one right. Pressure's off a little bit right now.
Yes,
all right, question number 2.
That's money.
Windy City's own Common was once found doing which of the following before he was famous as a hip-hop artist? Okay, so is it A?
Working in the yard of the one and only Michael Jordan.
Or is it B?
Serving as a ball boy for the Chicago Bulls.
Or is it C?
Living in Phil Jackson's home because Phil was caring for him as a youth.
So, do you know who Common is?
Common is one of my favorite rappers as well.
Okay, good. I have no idea who he is.
He won I want to say he won an award with John Legend recently. They did the soundtrack theme song for Selma.
Very cool.
They came out last year, so I know they won a huge award for that.
Did you know he was from Chicago?
I know he's from Chicago, and I want to say that his mother is actually a principal.
Okay.
Or she might have retired now, given his success. And I know the answer. I'm pretty sure I know the answer. He was a ball boy for the Chicago Bulls.
Woo! Yes. Okay. And just for fun, we'll go ahead and do question number 3 with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You are too good. Prior to Super Bowl 50, who was the last hip-hop artist to perform at a Super Bowl halftime show? Prior to 50, okay? This last one.
All right.
And is it A?
Missy Elliott.
Or is it B?
Jay-Z.
Or is it C?
The Beastie Boys.
All right, so one of those performed at a Super Bowl halftime show in Super Bowls 1 through 49 somewhere. Probably not too close to number 1, but...
Was the last hip-hop artist to perform at a halftime, though.
We're going to go with Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott! Wow! You are good, Ike. Scott, why don't you tell us how Ike did? Yeah, go ahead, Ike.
I remember seeing that and thinking, where has she been? You know, she took like a 5-year break and then just came back and did the Super Bowl. Who does that? That was awesome.
That's pretty amazing. Scott, tell us how Ike did.
And that was way too long ago. I think it was like close to 10 years ago that she popped on stage. Like, it was way too long for a hip-hop artist to be at halftime. Hey, Ike, you got 3 out of 3 correct, and that's actually better than a lot of our guests do.
Awesome.
And that's good enough to be a winner. Well, congratulations, you've won absolutely nothing, but Hong, you won a free year membership to Flocabulary. That's so sick.
Awesome.
Great job. All right. Well, thanks so much for coming on and being a good sport and playing along. And boy, you knew your stuff. You want to let our listeners know, I think it's pretty obvious how they can get a hold of Flocabulary. Is there a way that they can connect with you? Are you on Twitter? How can they connect with Flocabulary in the future if they're interested?
Absolutely. Any questions about any of our content, they can be emailed to ike@flocabulary.com. That's IKE. In terms of Twitter, Instagram, all of that, we have definitely follow Flocabulary @Flocabulary. My personal, which I use it primarily to connect with educators, is at Mr. Mr. Ike Ramos. So MrIkeRamos, and that's Twitter and Instagram. So yeah, we definitely we don't only try to share information about Flocabulary. We're really into education as a whole. So you'll see a lot of articles, whether it's on the achievement gap or impact librarians can have on student success. So anything related to education, we try to stay in the loop and share with any of our followers, and just have dialogue about, you know, the real challenges that are out there and how Flocabulary as well as other resources can help address those issues.
Excellent. And now for our listeners, they can get an extra extension on their free trial membership if they go to flocabulary.com, flocabulary.com/WTI 2016. And then you can put another / after that. So it's flocabulary.com, WTI 2016. And sign up there to get your 75 days instead of the mere 60 days, which used to be 30 days. So great deal, and I hope that all of our listeners do sign up for that and give it a shot, because your kids will love it. They'll learn a ton. And I've been using Flocabulary for years, and I'm a big fan, so I really appreciate you sharing what's going on with the latest with Flocab.
Awesome. My pleasure.
Yeah, thanks again, Ike, for coming on, and we really appreciate it. Tim?
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching.
We're
not doing that yet. Okay.
No. I know you're going to, hey, share really fast about Global School Play Day.
Yeah, we had 177,000 kids playing on February 3rd around the world, celebrating unstructured play. We had over 2,200 educators that signed up. We hope that you'll go and sign up for Global School Play Day 2017 at globalschoolplayday.com. And there's a sign-up button right there. It's free. You're just basically adding your voice to the message that we're sending to the world that unstructured play matters. And it's not a waste of time. It's part of a proper development upbringing for kids. And we need to quit scheduling their lives and giving them tons of homework and not giving them a chance to just get out and play. So join us in our efforts to send that message to the world and to make a difference. And once again, thank you so much, Ike, and thanks for watching.
Mom and Dad.
Thanks for watching, Mom and Dad.